So I'm hearing get be planful, make it smaller, um, make goals, and get your team on board by understanding who they are, what motivates them, so that you can be supportive and help them aim toward an outcome or a destination that's meaningful to them.
This last point, Susan, you make is really the fundamental of leadership, isn't it? Right?
Say more about
As a
that.
successful well, that is the fundamental building block of leadership, to
Mm,
understand your team, understand the members of your team individually, what
mhm.
motivates every single one, and collectively as a team, what motivates the team. That is the fundamental of leadership.
What I notice is that almost is never actually what people say as my remit and my must-dos, is get to know, and yeah, I don't know what your experience has been, and I couldn't agree more that, as much as we talk about and have genuinely embraced a people orientation, in corporate America, you've put it in a much better way of saying, understanding what motivates each one, and in
Yes,
an ongoing way, engage in that with them, as their leader, and that is particularly at the executive level. That
yes,
is fundamental. Yeah.
yeah.
How do you help people get there?
That is the first question I ask with anybody that I work with any executive that I work with. And it's a fundamental root cause question to ask whenever the presenting issue that comes into the conversation is. So the presenting issue could be, I have two team members on my team that are in constant conflict. I don't know how to mitigate, manage.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
I have a team that is going in their own direction. They don't
mhm,
pull in the same direction towards the mission. I have this urgent imperative that I need to execute, and nobody is organized towards that. Right? All of these things, at the end of this, the root cause is incentive. The root cause of this is
mhm,
motivation. It's the understanding every single one of the team and what motivates them, and collectively as a team, what motivates the team, right? So it's almost like this is a two dimensions and two aspects, to two factors to the equation. That's the first question I ask, regardless of what the presenting issue is.
I think that's fabulous, distinction you've made that is always co-occurring. That there As an executive, you must work with the individual and you must work with the collective team, uh, that is under your remit, to also understanding that dynamics, those incentives and motivations shift. I think that's a
Yes.
brilliant distinction there.
Yeah. And the incentives, just to put a final point on this, the incentives are not what, you know, in the conventional wisdom, the typical incentives. We think of incentives, right? Economists are thinking about these as promotion, status, and money, or bigger office. But incentives could also, of course, as we work in this world, internal. They could be internal incentive, sense of
Mhm,
accomplishment, sense of, getting a direct report from point A to point B and getting that person a bigger scope and promotion. It could be all of those things. So
mm,
truly understanding the full gamut of incentives and full gamut of motivations, that's the job of the
mhm.
leader.